Hey guys, it's Lauren, and today I'm going to show you how to make a basic French macaron. For ingredients today, you're going to need 100 grams of super fine blanched almond flour. Then you're going to need 75 grams of both granulated sugar and powdered sugar, 70 grams of room temperature egg whites, and 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar and kosher salt. Then for our basic buttercream filling, you're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar and 1/2 stick of softened butter. Now, I gave you all these ingredients in grams because macarons are a little bit more of a finicky cookie. So for me, I get the best results when I weigh out my ingredients. However, if you're not looking to invest in a food scale just yet, I'll have the cup conversions on my website. Once you have all of your ingredients, let's get started. So first we're going to take our almond flour and our 75 grams of powdered sugar, and we're just going to sift it through twice. Once you've sifted all of your dry ingredients, we're going to put our egg whites in our mixer fitted with a whisk attachment and whisk them just until they're slightly foamy. Once your egg whites are slightly foamy like this, we're going to add in our kosher salt and cream of tartar, and then we're going to continue to mix while gradually adding a tablespoon of our granulated sugar at a time. And if you're adding a little bit of food coloring to your macarons, right before it gets really stiff and rigid is the time to add your food coloring. So I'm just going to add a couple of drops, and you can obviously do it to your liking, and then we're just going to continue to whisk. Alright, and once we get stiff and rigid peaks like this, we're going to incorporate our dry ingredients. Alright, so this step is super important because we really don't want to overmix our macaron batter. If we overmix our macaron batter, there's quite a few different things that could go wrong. We could get cracked macarons, we could get really flat macarons. So I've found that about 50 to 70 stirs seems to do the job. Basically, you'll know that it's ready when you can do the figure 8 test. So that's basically taking your batter and being able to draw a figure 8 with it. What you're looking for is just the slightest of a runny consistency. Once your macaron batter has reached the desired consistency, then you're going to take a pastry bag, and I put a number 10 round tip on here. You can actually use whatever round tip you have. And then I like to just put it into a cup because then it's really easy to pour your batter into. And now we're just going to pipe out all of our macaron shells. Also, I strongly recommend getting a silicone mat like this. It just helps keep all of your macaron shells really uniform. Now that we've piped out all of our macaron shells, we're going to bang our pan against the countertop to get out any air bubbles. And now we're just going to let our macaron shells dry for about 2 hours. While our macaron shells are drying, we're just going to make a simple buttercream filling. So all we're going to do is cream together that 1/2 cup of softened butter and our 2 cups of powdered sugar. Now obviously this is just my basic buttercream recipe, so feel free to build upon that for whatever flavor you're making. For example, I'd start with 1 teaspoon of whatever flavor extract you're using, and then I would adjust it from there. And now I'm just going to transfer my buttercream into another pastry bag that's fitted with a number 10 tip. Alright, our macaron shells are done drying, and now we're just going to bake them at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 18 minutes. Also, for most ovens, I recommend turning your pan halfway through. That way your macaron shells will cook evenly. Now that our macaron shells have cooled, we're going to match like-sized pairs, and then we're going to fill them with our buttercream. best flavor out of my macarons, I like to let them mature overnight in my fridge. After that, your macarons should be good at room temperature for 2 days, or you can leave them in your fridge for 5 days. They'll also stay good in your freezer for up to 2 months. Just make sure that when you remove them from your freezer, you let them defrost in your refrigerator before you bring them to room temperature. I know French macarons and just macarons in general can be really intimidating, so if you have any questions, make sure to reach out via DM or you can leave a comment below. I really hope my French macaron tutorial was helpful for you, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. And make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tutorials like these. If you make some French macarons at home, I'd love to see them, so make sure to snap a picture and tag me on Instagram at HughEatsWithYou. As always, you can find my full written recipes at HughEatsWithYou.com. Happy eating!